Hello, and welcome to the Follow the Moon Challenge. My name is Allison. I will be your host on this journey with the moon. Every day, there will be a video uploaded to YouTube that will help you connect to the moon energy and the zodiac sign that the moon is currently in for the day. This will help you get familiar with that energy and to see how you kind of react to it or respond to it or connect to it. Follow along in your moon journal, or just a regular journal will do, or the Just a Phase moon planner, and be sure that you're tracking your mood and your mood tracker for the month. Every video will list the moonrise time in Eastern Standard Time, and it will also list the meridian time, which is when the moon should be directly overhead in the sky, so that you can make a point to try to go outside and see if you can spot the moon and connect to its energy. I'm so excited to go down this moon rabbit hole with you. Thanks for following along on this journey. Be sure to like the video every day and make sure that you're subscribed with the notification bell so that you get notified every time we upload our new videos. Thanks for hanging out with me in Wonderland today. I hope you enjoy today's video. All right, we have a full moon in Virgo today. Last night around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon finally transitioned into Virgo, and that puts us into the full moon in Virgo energy. Technically, the moon was 100% full at 7:30 a.m. this morning, and it will rise this evening around 6:21 p.m. It will technically be overhead around 12:20 a.m., but when the moon is this full, you're really able to see it before it gets to the meridian. I uploaded a Virgo full moon pick a card reading for this full moon, and it feels very significant for those of you watching this video and those of you who might like my pick a card readings. It feels very significant for all of us to be doing the work. I know I'm always talking about like getting your shit together with Virgo, getting organized and restructured. And I think for everybody here, this is going to mean something different. But for this full moon, it feels like doing some sort of working on the full moon, like a meditation or a spell, or having some sort of practice that you do in respects or in honor of the Virgo full moon, because it feels just very significant. For some reason, all of the readings that came through kind of had that message in a different way. All of the readings, of course, are different, but they all kind of were just like, you need to do something significant on the Virgo full moon. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. We talked a lot about Virgo energy yesterday because I wanted to prepare you for the early morning full moon. And in today's video, I'm just going to show you how I've been working with my planner this year. And it's just going to be kind of, it's about 15 minutes. So if you have to come back and watch it later, please do. And hopefully you might be inspired by how I'm using my planner, because I feel inspired when I see your pictures in your planner of how you're using it, because everybody uses it differently, and I just love seeing it, and we can all get inspired by each other. It's a really nice thing to do when we have a full moon in Virgo this month in the beginning of the year, and then we'll have Virgo season in the fall. And it's just having those be 2 times of the year that you're like checking in with yourself, checking in with your schedule, and figure out like what's working for you. So I've kind of done things a little bit differently this year. I just thought I would flip through the planner. One of the things that I still need to do, and actually I should probably have some Post-its here so that I can write this down. I usually collage over these pages because I made the planner, I know how to use it, but hopefully, like, since you've been using it, you could take this idea too, because we don't really need this information anymore. You just need it like when you first start the planner. So I usually collage over it, and I think the reason I haven't yet is because it took me so long to get my 2024 tarot reading done. So I need to add my 2024 tarot reading here. And I just simply print out like a black and white copy of it and that way I can just kind of have it there for reference. 2024 tarot reading. And I just like collage over it just with regular glue and tape and stuff. If there's enough room, I will, like when I get to that card for the time of the year, I will kind of pull an additional reading on top of that, and I'll also put that here, collage it here. So I really love having all of my intentions here, especially like when we get towards the middle of the year. I think I'm really gonna like having that. I also need to put in my birth chart, because I've done this so many times, but I did Gizmo's birth chart instead of my own. So, and I did it on a separate piece of paper. So I need to add my birth chart in here. And I've been actually like looking for something like quick and easy to color anyways. So that will be like a fun evening project to do. So I always section off parts that I'm not using as we make our way through the year. So this section is skipping over the beginning of the year, skipping over January. So how I've been doing the community events this year is that's what I used my seasonal planning for this year. And how I use the one in the back is when I'm probably going to be using it a lot because I haven't done any gardening planning this year at all. So I think I'm going to use this year as kind of like a break year. I think I need to, I still need to work on mending my soil and stuff. So I think I'm going to use this year and this portion of the seasonal planning in the back to make notes about what I want to do for next year for my garden. And I do the same thing for actually, I think I need to put some things in here, transfer them from the 2023 planner. Actually, I'm going to write that down. Look how productive we're being today. I usually have, especially my Halloween plans and Christmas plans, there's so many things that you want to do, but everything's so busy and chaotic that time of year that you never get around to it. So Samhain plans and Xmas plans from 2023, I need to move those over. So that's how I do that, just so that when I'm going to plan 2025, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to remember that I wanted to do this for Halloween. Actually, I might even put it here so that I know to do it before that time actually happens. So anyways, this year I've been using the seasonal planning to plan out the community events and business plans and stuff like that. And I really like how that's working, because last year I was doing monthly. And it was really working out okay at the beginning of the year. But then when we had that Aries double new moon and the whole season kind of shifted, for some reason that screwed up my monthly plans. And also it just feels like time is moving really fast. A month isn't really that much time. So I was trying to cram in 2 movie parties and the moon meeting, and there was just way too many things, and I have 3 jobs, so it's just it was a lot. So I really like this method of I had an in bulk schedule. I think I called it I had a midwinter schedule. I'm in the process of making the spring schedule right now, so that's going to come out in the middle of March. And I really like that. So it's basically how many weeks is it? I think it's 6 weeks instead of 4 weeks. So that gives me a lot of extra time. I really like that. So that's how I've been using the seasonal planning this year. And so far so good. I used this first blank section I dedicated a whole page to my word of the year. And there's a bunch of different things, and I'm actually coming out with for those of you that are subscribers on Twitch or Ko-fi members, I'm doing monthly recaps. So you'll hear all about this in the monthly recap of how I am planning on incorporating more magic into my life this year. So we've already seen, I did a crafternoon. I want to reorganize all of my Book of Shadows and like metaphysical and herbal and crystal information. So that's a like ongoing project that I'm going to be working on this year. I have a bunch of books that I'm planning on reading this year that are focused right now. They're really focused on deities. And then there's a whole monthly herbal protocol that I'm doing. And there's also a weekly journal thing that I'm doing. I'm doing a lot, but so hopefully this will help keep me organized. And you guys will hear all about that with my, the January recap should be coming out soon. And so you'll be getting monthly exclusive content videos this year. These are the millions of YouTube videos that I have planned. This is community things that we've talked about that I just want to remember. Like I still need to make a tarot bingo card. And so I keep like, this is just kind of a place for me to like brain dump things so that I remember them. I finally got around to coloring my coloring page. I used markers, so it bled through. So that's my in-bulk coloring page. I decided to use this space for listing my favorite winter activities. And then so this is sectioned off because these are just weeks that we've already gone through. Oh, another thing. So I got the printer that I was so excited about that prints out these gorgeous, I mean, they're photos. It's a photo printer, basically, because I was so upset about my other printer last year that just does these black and white ones, because I love this, but the images do not stay. And so I was so disappointed and was looking for a new printer. Somebody gave me a new printer for Christmas and I love it. It's like really, really nice. But because this is something that I only use like for this week, I decided to switch back to the black and white printer for my weekly cards because they're going to fade and I'm never going to go back and look at these anyways. I might look at them at the end of the month to just kind of see the progression of my month. But I decided, because it only like one pack of paper only comes with 50. And so that wouldn't even get me through the year because there's 52 weeks in a year. And if I'm doing 2 like this, so I just decided to reserve the paper for my journal because I always go back to my journal. And that was one of the things that I was so sad about, was because all of the things that I journaled the last few years with this black and white printer, they're white. They're totally white. You can't even see what the card is. And sometimes I don't write in my journal what the card is. So I decided to switch back to the black and white printer for the weekly cards because I really don't need them to be there forever. Whereas in my journal, I do want them to be there, or I don't think they'll last forever, but as long as I need them, I guess. So I'm really liking the bubbling in of the colors this year versus the last few years we've had they were squares. I don't know, there's something about the circles that are just really, really nice. So I finally got around to cutting out my wheel here. So this is what this is supposed to look like if anybody hasn't done theirs yet, or my cycle moves throughout the year, so I like to have that movable. It's a really nice visual for me. So what else? So now that we're like making our way through the year, I've started using the little clip. I honestly don't need it. I could use a paper clip, but I just like these little clips so much. So I always use these blank pages for brain dump stuff. So this is things that I need to remember to do throughout the year. They're not really color coded at all. I just pick whatever colors, except for the stuff in red, except for the YouTube part here. The stuff in red is the stuff that I like really need to get done that I've been like procrastinating on. So at some point within the next few days, I'm gonna definitely I've been kind of playing with some morning routines and a nightly routine and just kind of playing around with stuff that really works for me. So I think I'm gonna sit down within the next few days and write that down, like set it into stone. And that will be like my full moon activity. And I've kind of been working on this like the whole last week, like leading up to this. So another thing that I'm kind of excited about is, oh, I have 2 Thursdays. I've been writing just on little Post-it notes for every day that I feel like I'm going to need motivation in the morning. A little Post-it note with like a little affirmation or like, yeah, you can do it kind of thing. And then I take this off. You could put it on your bathroom mirror or somewhere you're going to see it all the time. I've been putting mine on the back of my phone because I also have a to-do list on the back of my phone anyways. So this is what something that I just started like this week because I've really like I'm the type of person that like at night I'm like I sit down with my planner and I make all these lists and I make all these to-dos and I'm so excited and I'm like really inspired to do it. But then when I wake up in the morning, I just really struggle. Even though I was so excited and it's things that I want to do and it's I want to be in bed all day in the morning. I really, really struggle in the morning. So I was hoping that this will help motivate me. Like, remember how excited you are? I wrote down things that I thought like encapsulated like the feeling that I had in the evening. There's just something about evenings. I just feel so much better. But anyways, that is how I've been using my planner this year. I'm trying to get in the habit of like putting my to-do list there already so that I don't have to do that later. And so basically I still do the same thing that I've always done. Like at the end of this week, I'll go through this list and check things off. And if I haven't completed it, I just move it to the next one. So yeah, that is how I've been doing it. Oh, I guess I should talk about, I intended the cross in the middle of the intention setting thing here for your mind map. I intended it to be like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, but I've been using it for like different categories. But the intention was for like the first week, these are all the things you have to do, but yeah, that's kind of changed for me. So hopefully that was kind of quick. So that's how I've been using my planner this year. I'd love to see. I'm loving how there's a few of you that have been posting your coloring page or how you've been using your planner, and I just love it. And no, I will not be offended if you're using other planners too, because I do the same thing. So thank you guys so much, and that's my planner so far this year. Thanks so much for following the moon with me, you guys. We are halfway there. You have followed the moon for every day for 15 days. You should congratulate yourself. And I hope you have a happy, happy full moon. Remember to check out the Virgo full moon pick a card. Remember, that's extra. I usually just do the new moon pick a card. So this is a special full moon pick a card reading. Thank you so much. You have earned it. And I can't wait to finish up this moon cycle with you.